Let's see. Oh, that's a good game. Because he has a burn spell. So I didn't want to do the thing, because I didn't want to give him free buff on the Swift Spear. Oh, he was so proud of himself. I'm not doing it, but it's so tempting. My cursor just wants to click it. But we won't be this guy. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are actually going for band control, and this one is glorious. This is exactly what you like about band control. This is Shigeki, together with Skyturtle loop, and this is a full lockdown mode. That's why we call it prison control, because your opponent will be held hostage during the game, and the only way out is to scoop and explode, because he knows he will never be able to play magic. We have all the fun, we are a blue mage, so... it's no joke. You will see it in the games today. We absolutely held hostage some players, and you can see that they didn't even know what their plan is. They couldn't escape our lockdown, because how does it work? You get back all the counter spells with Shigeki on top of Skyturtle, and then you counter 3 spells from your opponent in a row, then you cast another, Shigeki with the Skyturtle, and you do it again and again and again, and your opponent knows that whatever he draws, whatever top decks he will get, you will still have 3 counter spells a turn until end of the game. So at some point he needs to decide that there's time to leave the game, because whatever he draws, he will lose this game sooner or later. It will be painful and extremely satisfying for us. So what about the rest of the deck? We have some Essence Scatter, one of the counter spells I'm trying to, test, and I kinda like it. The 2 mana is pretty glorious. It also helps against mono blue. Oh, and by the way, Channel and Skyturtle is uncounterable for mono blue. It means that if they don't kill you and they cannot cast Jin, passing turn is the last thing they want to do against you, because you are getting infinite value while they are drawing 1 card a turn. So you will also see it in the video today. So other than this, we have a package of I want to survive the game against mono red. So double Reverie, double Union, 3 Depopulates and double Farewell. So yeah, together with Emperor, they can really ensure that you live long time, and you have a lot of life gain that is not relevant, like it's not visible at first point, but you actually have a lot, including Celestus. One of the things that you could skip, honestly, if I didn't do a video and I did the deck for myself, I would definitely skip the Warden, because I hate wasting slot for win cons. But this is a responsible choice. This is this one creature that is hard to kill, and don't forget it's not legendary, so you can get it back with Shigeki. It's just easier to close with this card than with anything else. And sometimes you can lack the win cons if you just run the Emperor. You need to play very carefully then. So with Warden you can just, smork it, and it should be fine. So this is the deck. I really think you will like it. The games were pretty awesome, and this is exactly the essence of band control, when you just go infinite value and outgrind your opponent so hard he leaves the game. So I think you will like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of deck. Show me that you want more. And with that being said, let's have some fun and held hostage some aggro players, I guess. Alright, we are going first with some counter spells, the Union. So let's see the mountain. I need to see the mountain this game. Especially that he's Jace avatar with control sleeves. Like, how is it possible it's not a mountain? See? It's a mountain. Man, current standard. Full joy. Absolute joy. Alright, so we'll play something like this, because I don't want to tap this one out. Soul partitioning whatever creature he will play. I hope it's adversary. It's the cheap one. So not as great. And the Swift Blade. He actually played it perfectly so far. That's pretty rough. I'm not sure how to play this one out. I think I know, but it will be close. I'm investing a lot of life into this play. And it might be a wrong one. We will see. I also gamble that I draw an untapped land next turn. So basically, Kumano shifts into the battlefield this turn, right? Everything he has is here, so he will think that we have a count. I guess he doesn't care. I guess he just doesn't care. I thought that he will play around counter spells, but Man, those decks. So we definitely want to remove something. I think it will be Soul Partition on this one, because we definitely do not want to take any extra damage. So I wanted to go for the Union. I wanted to bluff a counterspell, and I expected he actually plays around counterspell, attacks with everything, and maybe passes the turn, but it didn't go this route at all. He just smorked, and that was maybe I should play play around it, but they usually keep attacking you, so they see the blue mana. Nearly nobody just doesn't care at all. But this guy apparently, I wanted this play, exactly this particular play that he's doing right now. And now if he wants to buff the Swift Spear, he needs the burn spells, and then we heal or we counter. Like, this was supposed to happen last turn, but for some reason he played differently last turn, and now he's playing very differently again. So I'm absolutely bamboozled right now. Alright, do we counter this? Not really. I think it's just the damage that we will get. Alright. Let's see. Oh, that's a good game. Because he has a burn spell. So I didn't want to... Oh, that's a sorcerer speed. So I didn't want to do the thing, because I didn't want to give him free buff on the Swift Spear. Oh, he was so proud of himself. I'm not doing it, but it's so tempting. My cursor just wants to click it. But we won't be this guy. Oh, where's your good game? That has no haste, my friend. Alright, this one is a lot of damage. So we need to go with the Emperor. This is a really nice draw. So Emperor needs to do a lot of work, but we can gain life, so let's see how he plays. I think we should win this, honestly. Especially with the second Emperor, right? I wonder if he kills something in response just to deny the life gain. That would be a... I'm a good game. I have skill. I have no idea what he means at this point. It's just random. I think maybe he meant that he was winning before, and now he's thinking, oh, I lost? Yeah, I think he doesn't have anything. I think that was the reverse good game. Now he said it in our name, I would guess. So, like, so weird. He doesn't have anything to do, so, that's the main point of the whole commentary right now. Trying to distinguish what he meant by good game. And he thought he had this. I actually thought it would be played with fire. They will always play it when they can, so don't you worry. If they have 1 mana lethal after you are at 1 HP, they will play it. They won't play around counterspells, not in this league. Like probably in High Mythic someone would wait until I cast something and just, try to surprise me. But not here, not here. And we can, get some extra value from it. The game is absolutely not over, but it should be kinda over. This is a really nice draw. So we just attack with Samurai and counter everything he does. Essence Scatter will be relevant. When he casts the Warfare, it will probably the Make Disappear. And hopefully we can sneak another Emperor. I would really like to play Emperor right now, just to, get the lethal clock much faster. That's a cheek. You know what? I will take the cheek, because that's a perfect target for the Emperor. If he burns the Emperor, that's fine, it's 2 for 1 and I still have another one. Perfect. And he's down to 1 card. He needs a land to play it, so if he wants to play it, he needs to waste other cards, so it's just super awkward for him. And I will plus, actually. It's not the same damage, a bit lower, but we get more options. It's also more awkward for him. And with all those counter spells, I could definitely make a good game here, because he lost it. He won't come back from this. Oh, he was so happy with all his red creatures smorking the face. That's actually a pretty nice play. It's not enough, but definitely one of the few we cannot counter in this... yeah, it's the only one that we cannot counter in his whole deck. Oh, he wants the The thing. He doesn't have the mana though. So we can definitely go like this. Oh, I should have cast the new Emperor -1 and just double block. That would be better. That would actually be better. But we'll play like this. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm actually bad. So we will do it in the wrong version. But I'm not shame scooping to this one, so you know. We need to take the hit for making very bad plays. It's fine. Let's pump the Samurai. He will be big at some point, and he will threaten the Lethal at some point. And the Vigilance is a big deal, because we can be aggressive and still defend all our stuff, so whatever he plays we counter it. That was his probably only card in the deck that we cannot counter, so the rest will be very easy. Let's see the good game. Like, I think he will say it, but we will see, we'll see. Let's make new Samurai, we Smork. See, we also can play Mono Red. We are just pressing the orange button and everything is great. He's tanking. Really? Like, I wonder if he will rope us in the end after, you know, good gaming. Oh, it's not a good game anymore? Oh, that's why we play Control. That felt very good. Alright, our opponent goes first. I'm not surprised. I got used to it. And we'll start with this one, I guess. Yeah, so the Painland will probably be the second one. We'll see. Dimir. Alright, against this kind of deck, I will definitely try the Bankbuster. Because if it goes through, I'm not sure what we play against, but generally... Oh, Grixis, I guess. Maybe it's just normal Grixis with weird lands. We cannot counterspell, but we will be able to draw with the Bankbuster and hopefully draw blue mana. And when we draw blue mana, we are super stabilized in the value game. Sure. So let's draw a card first, just to make sure that we hit a land. You know, triple Soul Partition before we hit the fourth land, the classic. Alright, and I think we'll try to go like this. We have second Soul Partition, but I would much rather just go with the Bankbuster. He cycles for free, so yeah, Fable was definitely a good choice on his part. And it's always very hard card to, you know, just answer on tempo. Alright, that's interesting, that's interesting. We have Soul Partition, so I'm not as scared as he thinks I might be.
But I'm taking the credit when
So let's keep drawing some cool cards.
Don't overthink things.
Alright, I think it is a Soul Partition. It will hurt us both. Like, this is what we are playing right now. It will hurt us both. So what is the... I actually think we do not need to do anything. We just keep drawing with the Bankbuster, we counter stuff. I'm not really sure what the next discard is. Maybe Joint Exploration. Alright. Is there a... Yeah, he discarded. So he wanted the creature for himself. This kinda forces us to sweep. I wish I had Farewell. I actually think this is a counterspell. Because it gives him 2 for 1, and counterspell together with Bankbuster is perfect curve right now. It also means that he cannot really block, so let's draw. What is Sorcerer Speed Removal on this deck? Not really anything. Yeah, everything is instant, so we might as well do it right now. And that's a land. I kinda want the land, to be honest. I think I will drop the Joint Exploration. He has removal, by the way. He decided to not use it right now, I believe. Alright. Liliana definitely putting a lot of weight. Alright, interesting. Interesting. Will he sacrifice a Kiki-Jiki? Because if he goes through with this, let's see the blockers. We might just play the Emperor. I honestly think that's a good choice.
I'm not over.
Now the counter is here.
Your
we still have Soul Partition, and he didn't care about her loyalty because he wants to +1 anyway, but he cares that she's lost because now he has no pressure over our hand basically. And this is just a 3-3. He can give it haste, but it doesn't even kill the Emperor. And honestly, it's just really good. We pay the life, and now he has nothing, and his Kiki-Jiki's ability fizzled. Now we go with the Emperor, and there's no Kiki-Jiki. And just like this, he lost the full board. Man, we can just make the Skyturtle. But I'm a greedy person. I will go with the with Memory Deluge, of course. He might cast the Worm, but I honestly think it's so it doesn't matter. We can always take Dissipate if there's something extremely scary that he will play. I don't think there will. Sure. If that's a Worm, I still don't have second blue. That's funny. Essence Scatter, looking pretty hot here. I will pay the mana and the life. Alright, and we still have another Memory Deluge. Yeah, I was wondering if I can channel, but yeah, it highlights the other ability. I would get the Memory Deluge from the graveyard, because then I can cast it again and get extra 2 cards. Alright, opponent goes first. Man, I would love to be first with this hand, because Sunset Reverie would use the Painland, and if he plays even one... Oh no, it's not, it's this deck. No, please no. Alright, we will see, but against Mono Blue... Every single deck that I play since 3 months, whenever I see Mono Blue, it's just, oh no. Literally. So, what is the play? We have 7 cards. Yeah, being on the draw with Forever is just much worse. You basically lose this card, so it is just better to be on the play all around. So will he play the Jin and just go super greedy? I think that's what he was thinking about. I think he has the Jin. And he was thinking, do I really play it right now? I mean, we should play like this. I need double blue for a counterspell, and the game just changed. Right now, this actually makes some sense. If he plays Jin, he cannot protect it with counterspell, unless he has Spell Pierce, that's the only one. Yeah, Spell Pierce would catch us off guard, but everything else in the whole deck cannot be cast. I wonder how greedy he will be. Honestly, he shouldn't cast Jin and just stack the counterspells, because his deck is basically better in this game than ours. Yeah, the bounce spell might be relevant. And I will actually play this one. By the way, a Ganjo is probably the most important card for the matchup. This is uncounterable Jin removal. So I played this on tap land just to keep the Emperor a possibility. I think he's playing smart. Usually when you tap just 1 mana and keep the counterspell mana all the time, it's deliberate. They just... I told you, it's there. Alright, bro. Where's your Spell Pierce? They usually play like this because they want the discount and they have negate in their hand. So they expect it comes into play, you remove it, then they counter and they feel great. But what they don't account for is that we actually have counter spells in our deck. So what now, my friend? Man, Essence Scatter is amazing against their deck. Still Emperor. I maybe should have cast Sunset Reverie, but then we have less mana, so make disappear counters our Essence. I prefer to have more mana. Tolarian Terrors are a thing. They will be very hard to counter at some point. Bruh. Oh, that's the second Jin. Can I get my explosion? I really deserve, you know, a win for playing against this deck. It's never a pleasure, but even if you win, you feel really bad after winning. Alright, so I think he has negate. I guess he doesn't, so that would mean it was a make disappear, because he was thinking he played Jin hoping for something, so it's probably a make disappear. I cannot play this Ganjo, it's way too important. Sunset Reverie, not great. Not great. Do I play the Emperor? Not really. Oh, I want so many things and I cannot have anything. Yeah, no reason to play anything. So I wanted to use the turtle to channel and get the Essence Scatter, but we can do it at instant speed, so why bother? Emperor? No, it will get Meg disappeared. Let's prepare for the next Jin or Tolarian Terror. Let's go for channel. Dissipate is also okay, but Essence Scatter is better. They actually kill with creatures. Without the creatures, they cannot do the thing. And I would really prefer to have Emperor with extra 2 mana, so he needs double in Make disappear. Also, we can get Shigeki soon. Like Shigeki action going. Alright, now it's much more comfortable. I don't think he will go below our number of cards. And with Shigeki we can channel like triple counter spell. This is something I would probably counter, if I could. But you know what? Let's make it awkward. Let's make it awkward. Because right now he needs a hard counter spell. He doesn't have 3 mana, so it's only negate basically. And let's go like this, just to make sure we get the value. It might be Fading Hope, it's fine, it's still a card. Card for token, always something you don't mind. So let's see the island. Not the prettiest one, but you know, still an island. Alright, so I think we're really navigating the game nicely, but I'm not sure who has advantage. I honestly do not. Farewell is bigger than we think. This removes all the terrors or the Jins, so this might be our last play. And Essence Cut, told you, it was there all along. If we played the Emperor 1 turn earlier, it would get countered with this Make Disappear. Alright, see, he's fishing. I think he also might be stacking instants just to go for multiple Tolarian terrors. And that will be a problem because we cannot farewell. It's unless we bait him into countering stuff. Right? Kitty? Kitty kitty? Man, if I untap, that's actually really good. Alright, you start with this one, so he cannot, you know, do anything in response to other things. And I mean, we force him to start reacting. That's actually pretty good. I want 1 mana more, I think. 1, 2... Man, I actually can start Shigeki loop again. Oh man, do I really go for a Ganjo and Shigeki loop? 1, 2, 3, 4... This is extra card. And we already killed Jins. Oh my god. Ah, it hurts. I want this a Ganjo value, but you know what? We basically can get extra card for this. And he doesn't have creatures with flesh, so you know, like if we are going into passive game, oh, he won't like it. This is actually one of the huge advantages of this deck. We can go insane value and nothing can be countered. Like, it's uncounterable. You don't want to do nothing against our deck, my friend. You definitely do not. I want the land. But I want counter spells more, right? So I think Reverie just can go. And Emperor is, you know, doing her own work. Just forcing our opponent to start playing the game in next 2 turns.
I have got new moves to teach.
And we just get all the mana with counter spells. Man, this is actually so fun. If they cannot kill you very quickly and they go to Island Pass, you just outvalue them. You get full Shigeki Might and there's nothing they can do about it. This, I think, draws a card, but I don't want to pay mana. I want to keep up all the counter spells all the time, so he cannot really cast anything. And if he will need to tap all the mana, so we can answer with Farewell during our turn. Because he will have to fight for every single creature. I mean, I will channel. Oh boy, he won't like it. He actually won't like it. And you know what? I will go for the cheap one. Because this 3 mana means a counter spell in case he plays first for discovery. I will gladly take both. Thank you. And we won't cycle this one. So let's play land. Let's make another samurai, so fading hopes are worse and worse. Oh, he's not in very nice spot right now. Also, the fact that he cannot play anything that is threatening except his main phase really blocks him. Sure. You have 3 more in the deck, but our Emperor won't end, I guarantee you. You need to kill us somehow. And I'm just stacking 4 counterspells in a row and having more mana than you have. So it might get very rough, and when he goes through all those counterspells somehow, we just cast Shigeki and we get everything back. And nothing that... so he can only counter things that are not relevant, and the real play is always uncounterable. That's actually pretty sweet. I didn't... when I was making this deck I didn't think about it, to be honest, but during the testing you sometimes see interesting interactions, like that your deck hard counters another deck. Do we have stuff? Like, I mean, why not, right? Why not? 1, 2. Let's go for 2. So joint oh, no. I nearly messed up. I got too excited. Turtle, joint exploration. And you know what? If he draws something, I actually do not care. I prefer my cards over his cards. So let's go joint exploration just to fish for extra land, because lands are absolutely the best. Celestus is cool, but we do not need cycling. All our draws are basically perfect, every single turn forever. What about samurais, my friend? They are still there. Like, Emperor is just doing her private project, smorking Mono Blue, and we are having our own fun with Shigeki, and Emperor is just like, I will make it work my way. Right, that was not as fun as I hoped, but you know, it's cool. Tolarian Terrors are a thing. Tolarian Terrors, but I think we need to let him. He probably shouldn't draw more than one, so it will be one card that needs countering for second. He doesn't really want to get rid of the islands as well, because he wants as much mana as possible. That's a second Fading Hope. Sure. 2 more in the deck. With every Fading Hope, his chance of drawing another one just goes lower and lower, and we still have card advantage with 4 counter spells. So at some point we will be able to counter all the Tolarian Terrors. And in the end, Farewell is a thing. So I would love to have a land, but I will discard the land if I have to. And I have to, right? Yeah, it's 8 cards. If he plays first for Discovery at the end step, I would consider countering it, because he was running low on cards a bit. So, my friend, what is your game plan? If you are just, you know, waiting, our Emperor will force you to react, and you cannot even answer this Samurai, so, you know. Your time is running out. And your Fading Hopes as well. Fading Hopes are fine, but in the end, it makes, like, your cards are so slow, you know. You don't have a lot of cards, that's what I mean. And I mean, let's go for the channel and have some Shigeki fun in the meantime. So if he wants the card though, it's fine. He still needs to cast everything during main phase. Like, Tolarian Terrors, Jeans, everything is a creature, nothing has flesh, so he just needs to go for it. But that's interesting. He might be thinking about first for Discover right now. 1, 2 cards. Let's go for 2. If he wants to tap out, I'm actually happy about it. And you know what? I want my land. I want to make sure that every single turn we will play a land, so this way we overwhelm him. And we wouldn't draw one normally. Alright, another thing. Soul Partition is also pretty good.
May your blade strike true.
I think we still hold up for a while now. Is that the first Fading Hope? It is. It actually is. Like, he cannot, you know, like, we have him on lockdown. So I actually think we can play like this. But he's really lucky with drawing Fading Hopes. He normally shouldn't have one for next 10 cards, but he actually drew it. So, do we play another Emperor? He will fight for it, probably. We can cast Farewell, it's not great. I will do it. No, he is waiting for this particular play. He wants to have this one turn when we whiff something. He cannot answer the Planewalkers in his deck. It is Soul Partition, I think. We need Emperor to win this. And this one might be forced to -1. Alright, that's interesting. So, as usually, we prefer Shigeki. It's better to pay the mana right now. This is the most ridiculous game. Just both guys not doing a single thing on the board. And both holding counterspells, but we have 4 counterspells. Alright, so he's really tanking on every Shigeki, like he could counter it. I don't think he has any way to counter it, in all honesty. Alright, and we could play the Emperor, but I won't. 3 turns to go, because Fading Hopes are gone. I don't think he will be able to fish for the last one before this game ends. So there's really high chance this Samurai kills him in 3 turns. And we'll make another one at the next one. So now he will find... No, I'm countering the last one. Are you serious? 4 of them. Top 29 cards. Alright. Like... You will still have to go through my counterspells, my friend. Even if you are so horrible with those Fading Hopes. Guys, this is legit the most ridiculous mono blue against the band control deck game ever. I'm sure of it. And he also plays extremely passively. Like, normally I like it, but what is his plan? He needs to start tapping out, because this is the last Fading Hope from his deck. Alright, so our opponent is tanking because he knows he will die very, very quickly. And as usual, from his tanking, he decided, nothing happens. You know what? I will help him. If this gets countered, it means that we can fight for it. And then we can be passive again and get everything back with Shigeki. If he doesn't counter it, it means he gets 1 less turn, and we can already start at 3 loyalty, making samurais. So the clock is actually pretty brutal. And no Fading Hopes anymore, my friend. This is your true death clock. And there's nothing you can do about it. And now we hold the mana. Oh, now we hold the mana because we know that he is forced to do something on his next turn. This will be his... Alright, maybe not the last turn, but last 2 turns. So I'm really curious. I think he's accumulating all the Tolarian Terrors, and he will just go 4 of them in 1 turn or something crazy. That's why we keep Farewell. And that's why we keep all the mana, because he has a lot of counter spells, mana-based counter spells, 1 mana, 5/5s with ward, so he can stack so many things in 1 turn. Told you. Here we go. He knows this is the turn. And that's why we like mana-efficient counter spells, and that's why we start with Essence Scatter. It's just a bit better. Like, bro, like don't say you didn't account for it. That's like the first step of your plan. Obviously you will get it countered, so what's the next one? Negate. Alright, so we are going with the mana efficient first. See, we already paid for mana, but we actually have way more than he does. And he now has to like counter something, right? He probably will go to 4 mana, and then we start going with the 3 mana counter spell, so I don't think he will catch us with Make Disappear at all. And next turn we are just getting Shigeki. Alright, so what is the follow-up, my friend? Jin? He probably has at least one Jin in the hand. He might have two. The problem is that we have a lot of counterspells, and he knows about the one, but he doesn't know about the second one. So this one will probably catch him off guard, because he cannot like plan too many counterspells ahead. Yay, we played the land. Crazy. I think he melted. Like, what was his plan? He saw all of those cards and we even had two more. Like, what was the plan, my friend?